Hey guys, Nick here from Midwest Option. Thanks for tuning in today. Over the next few weeks, we're going to take you through everybody's camera equipment, how we use it, what we recommend for those of you looking to get into the filming industry and start filming your hunts. But first, I'd like to ask for a little bit of support. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen for us, we'd really appreciate it. Ryan is up first. He's going to take you through his Sony FDR AX100, so stay tuned for that. Yes, baby.
Alright guys, so I'm going to be sharing with you today my filming setup, what I use to film my hunts with. I run a Sony AX100 on top of a 4th arrow camera arm, and I'll go through the camera with you first. This camera, it shoots 4K video, which you can go through in the settings and you can adjust what kind of video you want to shoot. I believe this camera retails at like $1,500. When I was shopping for a new camera, I found this camera for, I think it was just over $1,000 in an open box at Best Buy. So I felt like I got a pretty good deal on this camera. Some of the features this thing has, it has a built-in microphone, which is okay. It doesn't pick up your voice as much as I would hope it would, but you can run a external microphone on top of it as well, which I do not have yet. I'm gonna have to get one for it. Another thing that I thought this camera, which I know a lot of cameras have this feature, but it has the night vision built into it, which we use quite a bit, you know, for morning interviews, night interviews, you know, blood trailing a deer or anything like that. This will, you know, film in night vision. Another feature this camera has, which I liked quite a bit, I don't know if you guys have ever self-filmed before, but we self-film quite a bit. This camera really simplifies everything when it comes to self-filming. On the display screen, you are able to, so say you got a deer walking into you, you are able to click on that deer on the display screen, and it'll only focus on that deer. So you basically don't have to do any kind of focusing. That you can run that feature through just the autofocus. So that's, I've filmed with DSLRs before, and it always seemed like that you're kind of messing with a lot of settings when it comes to DSLRs, as far as light, as far as the deer walking into you. You know, manual focus is one thing that's pretty easy to do, but when you're self-filming, I just felt like this camera was pretty simplified to the point to where I could really focus on making an ethical shot on the deer or whatever you're hunting. So this camera, it comes in at about 2 pounds with the battery in it. I find it pretty easy to pack in with me. I'll just throw it in my backpack. There's a little pouch that this camera will fit into my backpack, so it's not really getting banged around much with anything else that's in my bag. So just a couple other features I like about this. The battery, I would actually recommend you carrying a second battery with you to the woods. We get about 1.5 hunts through a battery life, which that actually just depends on what kind of action you're having during that hunt. And I think weather has a big thing to do with battery life as well. Colder weather will seem to kill the battery, so just make sure you always carrying a second battery with you. This camera, it will film slow motion, and it has a steady shot image stabilization, which just it stabilizes the image as you're filming the deer moving. It's pretty smooth footage, and I really have no complaints about it. I've had this camera for 2 years now, and it's been a great video camera for me. I've killed quite a few things with this thing now. So all right, so real quick too, I wanted to go over my camera arm, which is again the 4th Aero camera arm, and I run a Manfrotto fluid head on top. The Manfrotto, I really have no issues with it. You are able, it's super smooth. The camera, it holds the camera phenomenal. I don't have any worry about the camera falling off. As far as the camera arm, the arm detaches from the base. The arm is fine. It has like a 38-inch reach total, 360 all the way around. And as far as the base goes, the base ratchets to the tree. It has a tool that you are able to use to level the base, which also levels the arm. The only issue I have is this tool. I've had this arm for about I think this is my 3rd year using this arm, but this tool starts to bend, and that's really the only tool you use to go through and level. If I can get it here, you'll see that's another thing that I don't know if I have to put some WD-40 on this thing or what, but it's super noisy. It squeaks real bad. So, but that actually just levels it for you, and then you can tighten it down. And you're ready to hunt. Basically, I just slide this tool and set it right there. This base also has a hook that you are able to hang a backpack on, or some rattling antlers, grunt tube, or anything like that. But the arm, once you have the base set, the arm just slides right in. And then you put your camera on and you're ready to go. So if you guys have any questions about what we talked about today, drop us a comment. We will be putting links into the description about everything that we talked about today. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. We appreciate the support, and we'll see you at the next video. We're going to be talking about somebody else's camera setup. So we'll see you then.